Hello everyone. Today we are going to start the next chapter, that is from testing to digesting. This is the third chapter. We have already finished two chapter from your subject environmental science. Okay, now this is the third chapter, and in this lecture basically we will know about the test of the various food items, organs of the test, functions of tongues and tests, and tongues and test buds. So, first, try to know about the test of food items. Okay, before starting the test of food item, I just want to recall the first chapter, that is super senses. In that, we have learned about the some senses and some sense organs. So, we have learned about the test also. What is test? Test is the sense, okay? And the sense is given to our body by a special organ that is known as tongue along with nose, okay? Students, our tongue and nose basically works together to give the taste of any specific food items. Nose gives the smell and tongues give the taste, and including smell and taste we are able to find the taste of any food items. Okay, this is the reason behind that you have often experienced in your daily life when you suffer from cold and flu, you are not able to get the taste of any food item. Do you know what is the reason behind that? The simple reason behind that, the tongue and nose works together. When during the flu or during cold, our nose is not working properly, means it is not in the proper function. At that time, we are not able to get the smell of any food items, and because of that, we are not getting the exact taste of any food items also. All right, and now test of the food items. Student, there are various or large variety of the test of food items. You take everyday food items and you are getting the different types of the test. But basically we have to know about some types of the test, that is sour, pungent, astringent, bitter, salty and sweet. As you know that these basic tests of the foods are present in the most of the food items which we take in our daily life. Here, some common food items name are given and their test is also written. So let's check it out. What kind of food items are and what are the tests of these kinds of food. First, the test is sweet. Hope everybody can able to give the name of the food items which are sweet in taste. Let's start. Sugar, honey, cupcake and candies. These are the food items which are very sweet in taste. We often like it, and you students, you're just fond of these kinds of the sweet food items. The another test is sour. As you know that vinegar, lemon, limes and tamarins, means tamarind means basically you used to call it as imli. Okay, these all food items are having sour taste. Next one is salty, means salt, pizza, soup, eggs. These are the food items which are salty in taste. If we eat it, we get a salty taste. Bitter taste, coffee, bitter melon, chocolate or cocoa. It also contains the bitter taste if we are not including sugar in it. Okay. Umami taste means basically these are the taste including meaty taste, you can say that, of which is given the taste of flesh or meat. Okay, so sometimes tomato, cheese, fish, mutton, chicken, these all contains the umami taste. Now the next one is organ of taste. You know that which part of our body gives the taste? Basically it is tongue. So let's try to know something about tongue. Your tongue is a group of muscles. If you feel that, you can see that your tongue, it is just a group of muscle you use to chew, swallow, taste, talk, even sing. On your tongue are your taste buds. Okay, they are little buttons that helps to tell one taste from another. What is the function of tongue? The tongue is the organ of taste. So its functions are to taste the food, to keep food between the teeth during chewing, to help swallowing, and to help in speaking. These are the basic function of tongue. Next, tongues and its taste buds. Okay, on the surface of the tongue there are the small tiny bumps. These are known as taste buds. Okay, what are the taste buds? You just take a mirror and try to find the taste buds on your tongue. You will be able to see that there are the small and tiny drops like structures or beads like structures are present on your tongue, and these beads like structure are known as taste buds. And what is the function of these taste buds? These taste buds help us to taste the food we eat. Basically, these taste buds give the four kinds of taste, that is sweet, sour, salty and bitter. Now, we have to know that which part of the tongue is responsible for giving the which kind of taste. Okay, as you can see that here it is the diagram of our tongue, and on it you can see that there are the small tiny bits like structure. These are known as taste buds. Okay, here in this diagram you can see that the front part of your tongue, means this part of your tongue, is responsible for giving sweet, taste of sweet, and the next part of your tongue is responsible, means if you're talking about these corner, front corner of the tongues is responsible for giving the salty taste. Okay, the next anterior part of your tongue is responsible for giving the sour taste. The end part of your tongue is responsible for giving the bitter taste, and the front whole overall part is responsible for giving the umami taste. Okay, by simple this diagram, if you're talking about the four different types of the taste, you can again understand by simple diagram, means the front part of your tongue is responsible for sweet, the front side part of the tongue is responsible for salty taste, the back side parts of the tongue is responsible for sour taste, and the anterior end part of the tongue is responsible for bitter taste, and the rest of the part is responsible for giving the umami taste of the food items. Okay, so this is all about